Kakadosh Boker Or, Siman Resh Kafhei Siv Bet. Shulchan Aruch says, "Mi shelo ra'a et chavero me'olam, v'shalach lo ketavim, af al pi shu ne'ena b'riyato, eno mevarech al riyato." Yesterday we were speaking about the entire beracha of Shechianu of 30 days of not seeing someone, or Mechayeh Metim if somebody didn't see somebody for an entire year. And then we spoke about Halakha L'Maaseh, do we actually say this beracha with Shem Malchut or not? Because maybe you're not happy seeing him and you're just doing it to flatter him, which we just learned that flattery is prohibited. Or the other way around, if you're not going to say it, so then he's going to be nifka, he's going to take it personally that you're not happy to see him, and he thought that you would be happy to see him. So therefore, we brought down the Ben Ish Chai and the Kavachim that you do not say it with Shem Malchut. And the Mechayah Metim, anyway, you would not say with Shem Malchut, because usually you find out that the person is still alive, whether it's going to be through social media or any other forms of knowing of a letter or messages or anything that you know that the person is alive, so therefore you wouldn't make a bracha. Here we're talking about another halacha. Here we're talking about that at the end of the day, you're very happy to see him, but this is the first time in your life that you've seen him. So many times this used to happen with pen pals or things like that basically used to come and start writing different messages, right? And all of a sudden, this is the first time that you come and you see him. So says Maran, you do not make the bracha. He says, "Af al pi shu ne'eneh b'riyato, eno mevarech ar riyato." You do not make a beracha on seeing him. He says it's not as much as a hana'ah in order to come and to make this beracha. Now, even if they become the best of friends and everything, at the end of the day, he comes and he says it's only when it's going to be face to face that you're able to do it, because that's when the simcha is so great. And therefore, when you're going to come and you're going to see him the first time around, the next time, if you want to come and you want to say it, that's fine. But the first time around, you're not going to say it. Then the Ramah brings another interesting halacha to do with the Baruch Shepetarani. What does that mean? Right? The Moroccan custom is not to do it. Right? The Sameh Dota Mizrach, they have the customs of doing like the Ramah, right? Like the Ashkenazim, so they do it. But here the Ramah says as follows. Yesh Omrim, some people say, Mi she'asa beno bar mitzvah. If a person, his child becomes bar mitzvah, Yevarech, he's going to make a beracha. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu shepetarani mi'onsho shel zeh. V'tov levarech v'lo shem malchut. So says the Ramah, the minhag is that you're going to make this beracha, but it's good to do it without Shem Malchut, meaning you're not going to say Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. You're not going to say with the name of Hashem. You just say Baruch shepetarani mi'onsho shel zeh. This is brought down in the Ramah. As I already said, that minhag by a lot of especially whether it's going to be Moroccans, Tunisians, all didn't exist this beracha. This already started from the Ashkenazim, the Ramah, and then it continued with, right, the Sameh Dota Mizrach, not all of them also, and they continue going. So here it says as follows. Here it says, what exactly does this mean? He says, until now, the father was the one that was obligated to teach the child. And therefore, if the child sins, who's the one that gets punished? It's obviously going to be the father. So he comes and he says, because if he didn't actually educate him in the Torah mitzvot, so he's the one that's getting it. But now that right now he becomes chayav mitzvot, now the father is patur me'onsho shel zeh. He still has the obligation of chinuch. Some people think that because of this, now that's it. He doesn't have to be mechanech. Chinuch, there's a machloket to the Gemara Masechet Kiddushin. Is it until 22? Is it until 24? Is it until 18? But for sure that it's going to be after bar mitzvah. The mitzvah of chinuch, of educating, still applies. But the concept of being punished for your child, that will go until the age of bar mitzvah. So here what he says is that since there's a concept that already after the age of 13, right, you already educated him, and now he's going to do something, fine, but now you are patur from all those onashim. You still will be obligated for things that they do, because we already learned, and this is what we learned last night also, that a person is obligated for everything that happens in his house. And anybody that sees something in their house, and they're not going to come and rebuke, so they are going to be nitpasim be'otom avon. They're going to be covered. That is their fault as well. However, though, at least on every single thing, or for example, he doesn't know about it, or something that happens, that the second that the child becomes 13, the father becomes exempt from this. Therefore, he does not get all the avirot of the child. He will only get the avirot that obviously he knows about and that he's actually ignoring, or he doesn't try to fix or reprimand the child. That's when he's going to be punished. But other than that, everything else is going now on the child. So therefore, the Ramah brings down that they would make such a beracha.